biosynthesis. So how melanin is synthesized, what is melanin, what are the diseases related to the melanin deficiency, or there is a hyperactivity of the melanin. So we'll discuss today this one. So as you know, skin color is determined by the relative concentration of substance known as melanin. So skin color is totally depends on the amount of the melanin, relative concentration of the melanin, either it will be black or red, depends on the which group of people contains the what type of melanin. So the color is totally depends on the substance known as melanin. The concentration determines the color of the skin. So it depends on the genetic factors as well as the environmental factors. So there is a two factors which determines the synthesis or deficiency of the melanin, that is genetic factors and the environmental factors. And these are the two terms we can see like the moles and the whites. That is due to, so what is the moles? It is due to the hyperpigmentation, caused by the hyperactivity of the melanocytes. This is a cell which synthesize the melanin. Okay, melanocytes synthesize the melanin. So due to the hyperpigmentation of the melanin, or you can say due to the hyperpigmentation caused by the hyperactivity of the melanocytes which produce the melanin. So there is a more amount of melanin synthesized that leads to the formation of the moles. In white patches, it is due to the localized absence or degeneration of the melanocytes from the skin. That means decrease in the synthesis of the melanin. If there is a decrease in synthesis of melanin, we will have the white patches, and the moles due to the hyperactivity of the melanocyte, which produce the more amount of melanin. So these are the two which is easily you can see in our skin. Many people have the moles and the white patches. So this white patches due to the absence or degeneration of the melanocytes from their skin, which synthesize the melanin. So you can see this is the structure of melanocytes. So you can see here melanosome. This is melanosomes which synthesize mainly the melanin, you can see. And these are the granules, that is known as the melanin granules. And these are the dendritics. The center one you can see the nucleus. Okay, having the rough endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and the mitochondria. Like other normal cells, its melanocytes also contain the all the properties of endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, nucleus, and additionally you can see the melanosome and the granules, that is known as the melanin granules. So the synthesis mainly takes place from the melanosome. The synthesis of the melanin from the melanosome, which is present inside the melanocytes. So these are the cells which contains the melanosome, which synthesizes the melanin. So this is the structure of the melanocytes, which is present in our skin layer, and it is helping the synthesis of the melanin. So already I think this we have studied the anatomy, the layer of skin, human skin, having the hypodermis, dermis, and the epidermis layer. You can see here. So this melanocytes present in the epidermis layer. See, in epi, these are the melanocytes. These are the melanocytes. This chocolate color. These are the melanocytes, which is present on the epidermis layer, and which help in the synthesis of the melanin. And that, depending on that, the skin of color will be determined. Not only the skin, even the hair. That is also determined by the color of the skin. So melanin in the Greek, it's melanin means black. So it is a pigment of the skin, hair, and the eyes. So this melanin is present on the eye, hair, and the skin. So you can say the pigment of your skin, hair, and eye, that is a melanin. So in the Greek word melanin means black. So synthesis of melanin occur in the melanosome, present in the melanocytes. So the tyrosine is the precursor for the melanin biosynthesis. So precursor is the tyrosine, which is a amino acids, which is precursor for the synthesis of the melanin, and the enzyme which is responsible for melanin synthesis is known as tyrosinase. This is the main enzyme which help in the synthesis of the melanin. The precursor is tyrosine, and the enzyme which catalyzes the reaction is known as the tyrosinase. This is the main enzyme. If you want to inhibit, you can inhibit the this tyrosinase, which is the main enzyme for the melanin biosynthesis. So as I told, it is synthesized in melanosome, present in the melanocyte, as I have shown before. Here you can see this is a melanocyte and these are the melanosomes here, which present in melanocytes. So from here, in this there is a synthesis of the melanin. So here you have the tyrosine and the enzyme, the main enzyme is the tyrosinase. So this is synthesis of the melanin. You can see here like tyrosine, which is converted into dopa, then the dopaquinone, then leukodopachrome, dopachrome, and later on that is converted into the 5,6 hydroxyindole carboxylic acids and the 5,6 hydroxyindole, and finally that is converted into the quinone, and that is known as the eumelanin. Okay, eumelanin, and the enzyme is, you can see main enzyme is the tyrosinase. Here also the tyrosinase, and later on also the some place this tyrosinase will work, and these are undergo the tetramerization. Tetramerization by the tetramerization, it forms the leukodopachrome to dopachrome, and finally that is converted into the 5,6 hydroxyindole 2 carboxylic acids and 5,6 hydroxyindole, and finally that forms the quinone and is a eumelanin. There is another pathway. This is a one common pathway you can see. Then it forms the eumelanin, and you can see the from the dopaquinone there is the addition of this cysteine. This is a sulfur-containing amino acids which is added to the dopaquinone, and it forms the 5,6 cysteine dopa and 2,6 cysteine dopa, and finally that is converted into benzothiazine derivatives, and that is a pheomelanin. These are the types of melanin. Pheomelanin, eumelanin. These are the types of the melanin which is synthesized from the tyrosines. Okay, so for more clear you can see here, which you can write in the exam, like tyrosine, tyrosinase, which is a copper containing enzymes and converted into the dopa, and again with the help of the tyrosinase it forms the dopaquinone, and this dopaquinone, this is non-enzymatic reactions, leukodopachrome, okay, then 5,6 dihydroxyindole, again the tyrosinase into the indole 5,6 quinone, and it forms the melanin. Okay, and another, as I told, cysteine, which is added, which is a sulfur containing amino acids, and it forms the melanin, which is a red color. You can say the pheomelanins. So this is a more clear you can see from here. All the places you can see there is a enzyme, that is a tyrosinase, which is the main enzyme for the synthesis of melanin. It's very simple. You can say very simple. And only the 3 or 4 steps, that is the synthesis of the melanin. That is the two types, eumelanin and the pheomelanin. And in addition, you can see here there is a requirement of the oxygen, which is added and removed of the waters. Here also the water molecule is removed. Okay, and these are non-enzymatic process. From the dopachrome, non-enzymatic, there is no enzyme is required. Later on, other like tetramerization will take place. Okay, and again conversion of the indole 5,6 quinone, there is a tyrosinase which converts 5,6 hydroxyindole to the indole 5,6 quinone. So the types, there is a mainly many books say the two types of melanin, some books say the three types of melanin. So eumelanin, pheomelanin, and neuromelanin. Okay, neuromelanins, you guys can say this present a neuron, and you can see here the color. Pheomelanin, from you can see the from the red it coming to the little bit yellow, light yellow you can see, and eumelanin when it coming to the left side is a more black. So depending on the concentration of these two compounds, this eumelanin and the pheomelanins, it determines the color of the hair. The color of hair is determined based on the concentration of these two, eumelanin and the pheomelanin. If there is amount is of pheomelanin is more, the color will be just like this. This hair color will be just like changing from here, from the red it can be see yellow. That's why you can see in the many foreigners their color will be the not the black, other color you can see the gray type, you can see the yellow type. That is due to the presence of the more amount of the pheomelanin rather than the eumelanin. But in the Asian, you can have the more amount of the eumelanin. That's why you have the black color of skin. So depending on the concentration of this eumelanin and the pheomelanin, it determines the which color of hair is present in that particular person or particular individuals. That totally depends on the concentration of eumelanin or pheomelanin. So this pheomelanin, it is a red in color, generally you can see. So it is found in the hair, skin, and both in the lighter skin humans and the darker skin women. In both they have found the pheomelanin, and pheomelanin impart a pink to red. Thus found particularly large quantity in the red hairs. The more amount, as you have seen in the diagram, the red color, that is the pheomelanin. From this can. Okay, are you able to see? Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
There was some network problem. So eumelanin, it's a very dark brown, you can say, found in the hair, skin. Okay, and the color is gray, black, yellow, or brown. Even more abundant in the people with the dark skin. So in the dark skin people, the black people have the more amount of the eumelanin. This eumelanin is also the two types, like black eumelanin or the brown eumelanin, with the black melanin being darker than the brown. So black eumelanin is mostly in the non-European and East European people, they will have the eumelanin, and others they have the brown eumelanin, that is mainly in the young European they will find the brown eumelanin. So you can see here the this diagram. So this is the brown. It will come to this side, then only it is a black. Mainly you can see the Asian people. In Asian people have the black color. If you go to the South India, they have the more black color skin and the hair compared to the others. So there are two types: brown eumelanin and the black eumelanin. So black mainly in the non-European and the East European, and brown emerald may mostly get in the Europeans with the jaw. That's why the skin and even the hair it will be different than the Asian people due to the concentration of this melanin or types of melanin, which determines the skin and color of the individuals. So depending on that, many people having the different of type, different color of the skin and hair. So that all depends on the types of melanin which is present and concentration of melanin is present in that individuals. So totally it's a fact depends on the melanin synthesis and the concentration of melanin present in that individual. You can see the one example here. This type of hair, black and brown or black hair. This type of hair, this type of hair. Mainly this you notice in the girls rather than the boys. So you can see this is the black means eumelanin. This colors blonded hair, it is a pheomelanin with the little bit of eumelanin. Mostly it is a pheomelanin and the least amount is the eumelanin. Here also the same. This color is also red color, you can say pheomelanin or the little eumelanin is present. So depending on the which type is more dominant, depending on that, the color of hair will be changed. If only it is a eumelanin, you can see the black or brown color. But this type, the concentration of pheomelanin is more compared to the eumelanin. Okay. Same thing in the little bit clear view. So this is a melanocytes which is present. This is the hair. Okay, at the root of the hair you can see melanocytes. Okay, depending on that you will have the eumelanin and pheomelanin, and the color will be changed based on that. So the disease which is related to the melanin is known as albinism. So this is the disease which is due to the which is related to the melanin biosynthesis. Albinisms in the Greek word albino means white. Albino means white. It is an inborn error. Inborn error of metabolism, you can say. Albinism is an inborn error of metabolism due to the lack of synthesis of the pigments, that is a melanin. So due to the deficiency or lack of melanin, it leads to the albinisms, which is easily you can see in our societies. Many people having the albinisms, the white color, white. Albino means it is a rat, albino rat. It is a white in color. So albino means white. So this albinism is the inborn error due to the lack of synthesis of the melanin. It is autosomal recessive disorders with a frequency of 1 in 20,000. So out of 20,000 people, one person may have this albinism. They will suffer from the albinism. It is autosomal recessive disorders. By chemical basis, the color of the skin hair is controlled by the large number of genes. It is related to the gene, and there is more than 150 gene have been identified in the mice. Okay, more than 150 gene have been identified in the mice, which is related with this albinism. So you have to remember is inborn error due to the deficiency or lack of melanin biosynthesis, autosomal recessive. Chemical basis in that you can say most common cause is defect in the tyrosinase. The enzyme which is the main enzyme for the melanin biosynthesis is tyrosinase. So this enzyme, there is a defect in these enzymes. The gene which code for this enzyme will be defective. Okay, this is the main cause for the albinism. So synthesis will decrease when there is a defect in the enzyme that is known as tyrosinase. That's the most common cause for the albinism. But there is some other causes also you can see. Deficiency or lack of, this is already have said, decrease in the melanosome of the melanocytes. Here the enzyme is not defect, but the melanosome which is responsible for melanin synthesis, which is decreased. The number of melanosome in the melanocyte is decreased. So synthesis of melanin will be decreased. Impair in the melanin polymerizations. This is maybe another cause. Lack of the protein matrix in the melanosomes. Limitation of the substance, that is a tyrosine. So tyrosine level is decreased. That is not available for the synthesis. There is no defect in the enzyme, but substrate is not there. Precursor is limited. So there is a decrease in the synthesis of the melanin. Presence of the inhibitors that can inhibit the enzyme which is responsible for the melanin biosynthesis, the tyrosinase, presence of the inhibitors. So these are the few other causes for the albinisms which decreases the melanin biosynthesis. But most common is, if the MCQ they are asking, mainly having defect in the tyrosinase. You have to take this one, defect in the tyrosinase. Other causes again I will repeat: decrease in the melanosome of the melanocytes. As I already have discussed, melanosome, it is required for the biosynthesis. If the number of melanosome is decreased, the level of or synthesis of melanin will be decreased. Impair in the melanin polymerizations, lack of the protein matrix in the melanosomes, decrease in the substrate, or there is a limitation in the substrate or precursors, that is a tyrosine, and there will be lead to the decrease in the melanin synthesis, and some inhibitors which can inhibit the tyrosinase. So presence of inhibitors which inhibit the tyrosinase, and finally will have decrease in the melanin synthesis, and that it leads to the albinisms, which is a inborn error. Okay, it is autosomal recessive. So what is the clinical manifestation of this albinisms? So most important function of melanin is protection of body from the sun radiations. Okay, protection from the sun radiations. That is a very important function of the melanin. It's help or protect our body from the sun radiations. The person who is suffering from the albinism, they are not able to tolerate the sunlight. They are not able to tolerate the sunlight because they don't have the melanin on their skin, more amount of melanin, which can protect from the sun radiations. That's why they will be running from the sun. So lack of melanin in albinisms make them sensitive to the sunlight. They will be very sensitive. They will not able to walk in the sunlight. They need some protections. They will use the umbrella. to walk in the sunlight. Okay, that is due to the decrease in the melanin synthesis. The level of melanin is decreased in that portions. So they have the highly susceptible to some type of cancer, that is the skin cancer. So the person which is suffering from albinisms, they are highly susceptible to develop the cancer, that is the skin cancer. Skin carcinoma or cancer is absorbed in the person which is suffering from the albinisms. Photophobia, intolerance to light, is associated with the lack of the pigmentation in the eye. As in the starting I said, it is present in the skin, it is present in the hair and the eye. So if the level of melanin is decreased, the person will have the photophobia, intolerance to light. That's why they'll be wearing the glass, sunglasses they will wear, umbrella and the sunglasses. These two things they will be carrying all the times due to the decrease in the melanin in the eye, which leads to intolerance to the light. Intolerance to the light. They will not able to open the eyes also in that light. That much intolerance to the light. These are the few signs and symptoms you can see, because the main function is protect from the sun radiations. Melanin protect from the sun radiations. If that is not there, you will have intolerance or sensitive to the sunlight, development of the skin cancers and the photophobia, which you can see in the case of albinisms. So you another things you can see the hypopigmentations. Hypopigmentations, that are the two types. You can see diffuse hypopigmentation and okay. So decreased, there are two types, diffuse and localized hypopigmentation. In the diffuse hypopigmentations is a oculocutaneous albinism, which is mostly due to the mutation in the tyrosinase gene. You can see the example, diffuse hypopigmentation is the oculocutaneous albinism, oculocutaneous, and this is due to the mutation in the gene which code for the tyrosinase enzymes. So tyrosinase gene will be mutated. The degree of hypopigmentation depends on the types and the severity of mutated genes. So how much it is severe, that depends on the mutations, how much it is mutated. So these pigmentations totally depends on the severity of the mutated gene. So example is, you can say, oculocutaneous albinism. This is the example of the diffuse hypopigmentations due to the mutation in the gene which code for the enzyme known as tyrosinase. Like this, you can see the children, even the you can see skin, you can see, and the color of the hair you can see. So it is autosomal recessive inherited conditions of decrease or absent pigmentation of the eye, skin and the hair. All three you can see, even the skin you can see, eye you can see and the hair. Affected patient have the impaired clarity of the visions, in part due to an improperly formed fovea and the misrouted optic neurons. So this is the part in the retina. Okay, so due to that they have the impaired visions. There is no clear visions on that person which is suffering from the oculocutaneous albinism. It is a autosomal recessive disorders, decrease in the melanin in the area you can see the eye, skin and the hair, like this. This type of children who is suffering from the oculocutaneous albinisms. The second one, localized hypopigmentation. The example you can see the leukoderma, vitiligo, leukoderma are the important among the localized hypopigmentation disorders. So vitiligo is a quad progressive disorders with a loss of pigmentation around the mouth, nose, eyes and the nipple. Okay, loss of pigmentations around the mouth, nose, eyes and the nipple, which is seen in the 1 to 2% of the populations. And even in our society, you can see the person which is having the loss of pigmentation pigmentation there around the mouth, nose, and eye. Only 1 to 2% people have that one. Leukoderma is comparable with the vitiligo, but lack of the pigmentation usually begins with the hands and then it will spread. It will start from the hand leukoderma. You can see the example like this. Vitiligo. See, this type of white patches will be present, which is very commonly you can see in our society. Even it is 1 to 2% of the population, but still you can see it is just like this type. So loss of pigmentation, acquired progressive diseases with the loss of the pigmentation around the mouth, nose, ear, and the nipple. 1 to 2% of the population have the vitiligo and the leukodermas. This is also the same type you can say, but lack of pigmentation usually begins with the hand. Then it will spread to the other part, but it will start from the hand. But vitiligo to all this area you can say, which you can see here. Be white patches will be present. So this is all due to the deficiency of the melanin. So melanin have a very role, important role in the skin, hair, and the eyes, which is help us to walk in the sunlight, which prevent from the sun radiations. The person which is having the less amount of melanin suffer from the all this type of problem like albinism, not able to walk in the sunlight, even not able to open the eyes in the sunlight. So they need the sunglasses, even they will use the umbrella. So thus this all due to the deficiency of pigments that is known as the melanin. Even this color you can see grays of hair due to the lack of the melanin. In the foreign countries, girls and boys both having the gray hairs. So this is also due to the deficiency of the melanin. Disappearance of the melanocyte from the skin roots. From the skin roots, there is a deficiency of the melanin. Even in our aged people, the color will become the white. So that is due to the decrease in the number of melanocytes and decrease in the synthesis of the melanin. Due to that, the hair becomes the white, or you can say the gray color hair is present. That is due to the deficiency of melanocytes in aged individual. Mainly, you can see in the case of aged Asian people. Even the Nepal, India, you can see in the aged people, the hair will become the white. That is due to decrease in the number of melanocytes in the hair roots, and due to that, there is a deficiency of the melanin. So today, this is a very small topic, the melanin. If you have any doubt, you can ask. So from this, you get 1 or 2 MCQ in the final exam. What is the importance of this melanin and what are the precursors for the melanin? So in this examination point of view, mostly the important is the synthesis and the diseases. Synthesis means how it is synthesized. So this one you can write in your exam how it is synthesized, and the disorder, that is the albinisms, which is also they may ask in the short questions or in the MCQ. MCQ definitely you will get one. The short question if you get the synthesis of the melanin and its functions. These questions you may get, and the short notes on the albinisms. So what the cause of albinism, what is the different types of albinisms, so that you may get. So do you have any doubt? Any doubt you have? It's here and there. No response.
Sir, no doubt.
So this is very because this is a very small topic, and tomorrow also have the polyamines. That is also the short topic. Okay, that is also a very short topic. Okay, so this is the way to download the attendance.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sorry, in yesterday's MCQs there was a question about the transferrin, and in note it is given beta globulin and
Oh, that is actually That was mistaken, mistakenly. That is beta globulin. Few people they have like